Hiring, in the context of hire purchase, refers to an agreement where a person, the hirer, hires goods from another person, the owner, for a specified period, usually in exchange for regular payments. Let's look at 10 key features of a hire purchase agreement. First is goods ownership. The financier retains ownership of the goods until the final payment is made. Second is hire period. The agreement specifies a hire period during which the hirer has possession and use of the goods. Third is payment schedule. Regular payments are made by the hirer to the financier, usually monthly or quarterly. Fourth is interest charges. Interest is charged on the outstanding balance, and the hirer pays the interest along with the principal amount. Fifth is option to purchase. The hirer usually has the option to purchase the goods at the end of the hire period. Sixth is deposit or initial payment. A deposit or initial payment is often required at the beginning of the agreement. Seventh is default and repossession. If the hirer defaults on payments, the financier can repossess the goods. The Hire Purchase Act 1965 is a legislation that governs hire purchase agreements in various jurisdictions. Here are some key provisions of the Act. 1. Definition of hire purchase. The Act defines hire purchase as an agreement where goods are hired with an option to purchase. 2. Form of agreement. The Act requires hire purchase agreements to be in writing and signed by both parties. 3. Disclosure requirements. The Act mandates that the hire purchase agreement discloses certain information, including description of goods, cash price, hire purchase price, deposit or initial payment, number and amount of installments, interest rate. 4. Protection of hirer. The Act provides protections for the hirer, including right to terminate the agreement, right to purchase the goods, protection against unfair contract terms, obligations of owner. The Act outlines the obligations of the owner, including providing the goods in good condition, disclosing any defects or faults, allowing the hirer to inspect the goods. 6. Default and repossession. The Act regulates the process of default and repossession, including notice requirements, right to repossess goods, obligations of the owner after repossession. 7. Penalties and offenses. The Act prescribes penalties and offenses for non-compliance, including fines and imprisonment. 8. Jurisdiction and dispute resolution. The Act specifies the jurisdiction and dispute resolution mechanisms for hire purchase agreements. These provisions aim to regulate hire purchase agreements, protect consumers, and provide a framework for dispute resolution. Rights of a hirer under the Hire Purchase Act 1965. 1. Right to possession. The hirer has the right to possession of the goods during the hire period, subject to the terms and conditions of the agreement. 2. Right to purchase. The hirer has the option to purchase the goods at the end of the hire period, usually by paying the outstanding balance or a nominal fee. 3. Right to terminate. The hirer has the right to terminate the agreement at any time, subject to certain conditions and penalty. 4. Right to inspection. The hirer has the right to inspect the goods before taking possession and during the hire period. 5. Right to protection against unfair contract terms. The hirer has the right to protection against unfair contract terms, including excessive interest rates, unfair penalties, and other abusive clauses. These rights aim to protect the hirer's interests and ensure that they are treated fairly under the Hire Purchase Agreement. Key obligations of a hirer under the Hire Purchase Act 1965. 1. Payment of installments. The hirer is obligated to pay the agreed-upon installments on time, usually monthly or quarterly. 2. Proper use and maintenance. The hirer must use and maintain the goods in a proper and reasonable manner to prevent damage or deterioration. 3. Insurance and risk management. The hirer may be required to insure the goods against loss, damage, or destruction, and to manage risks associated with the goods. 4. Notification of changes. The hirer must notify the owner of any changes to their address, employment, or financial circumstances that may affect their ability to pay installments. 5. Return of goods. If the hirer defaults on payments or terminates the agreement, they must return the goods to the owner in good condition, reasonable wear and tear accepted. These obligations aim to ensure that the hirer uses the goods responsibly, makes timely payments, and returns the goods in good condition. Let's look at 5 reasons why individuals or businesses might choose to use hire purchase the goods or equipment over a period of time, rather than paying a lump sum. Tax benefits. In some jurisdictions, hire purchase agreements may provide tax benefits, such as depreciation and interest deduction. Access to latest technology. Hire purchase can provide access to the latest technology or equipment, which might be unaffordable through outright purchase. Reduced risk. Hire purchase can reduce the risk of obsolescence or equipment failure, as the risk remains with the owner, and the hirer can return the goods at the end of the agreement. In conclusion, hire purchase is a popular financing option that allows individuals and businesses to acquire goods and equipment while spreading the cost over time. Understanding the rights and obligations of both the hirer and the owner is crucial to navigating a hire purchase agreement successfully. By knowing what the law says, you can make informed decisions and avoid potential pitfalls.